Good morning. Hello, you guys. Good morning. I feel like I'm like exposing the fact that our room is a disaster right now. But we woke up early because we are doing the 75 hard challenge, because why not in life when you have a tiny human? But anyway, I'm getting ready. My name is Libby. If you guys don't know me, I am 24. I have a little guy who's almost a year old, which is crazy. My husband's a stay-at-home dad, and I work from home and do full-time work for my 9 to 5, which is social media marketing and management. And then I have freelance work I do for a good friend of mine. My baby hairs, I don't even know if you can see. Okay, this is all postpartum. And you know what? We are thankful for the body the Lord has given me that can create a human being. And that's what I'll say about that. Because boy, do I hate these postpartum hairs. Anyway, I thought I would do a day in the life because, I don't know, it's really fun. Today is actually going to be New Year's Eve, or it is New Year's Eve, but we're going to my parents' house. My dad is making carnita tacos. He loves making carnitas or birria tacos. He's been good at that too. And my father-in-law is also gonna come over, and then just some family friends. We are going to leave at sharp 6:30 or 7 because our son has to go to bed. And you know, several people are like, you don't want to like do something fun, stay up till midnight? That sounds like torture. I'm sorry, did I do something wrong and I'm getting punished and I have to stay up till midnight? I'm gonna do my makeup but I do have to cook breakfast and start work at 8. So I'm trying to do that all in time because it's like 7:30 or something close to. Alrighty, hello you guys. We finished the makeup. I guess the hair, I just really had to fix it with the baby hairs. I'm gonna make some breakfast. I'm making my favorite breakfast right now. It's literally just breakfast tacos. It's so good. It's so good. Did I use all of the pans last night making our burritos? Yes. Do I regret that? Yes. It's like everything was sticking to them and I was getting so annoyed. And now it's worse. We're gonna use a pot. This is so bad, y'all. Anyway, 2 eggs, egg whites, and then 2 turkey sausage links and 2 little street tacos. I get the like carb balanced ones, which is not because your girl doesn't like carbs. I love carbs. It's literally just because for the 2, it has 13 grams of fiber. I'll show you. It's these suckers. Look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. 13 grams of fiber. Crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna finish making these. Also, I did this to our fridge. I put these little containers in the fridge. So we have our like snacks. We have cheese strings because I've been trying to have us have more healthy fats. And then oranges. And I would have more, but we don't really have very many like snack-like stuff. So anyway, that's super exciting. Okay, this is what I do with the cheese. I like melt it on the pan and it gets all crispy. It's so good. Do it. It's so good. Also, I do have a child. He's asleep. He sleeps until 8 or 8:30, and I know I am blessed. Oh no! That is... Okay. It is almost 8 o'clock, so I'm going to watch a YouTube video and eat my breakfast. Thankfully, I poured way too much egg white, so I made enough to compensate. But y'all, look at this. Oh, it's so good every time, every time. I'm gonna eat this, watch a fun YouTube video, and then just hop into work. Did you sweep so nice? Hello, you guys. Okay, so it is now 9 o'clock, and I am just wrapping up some work that I was doing, transitioning into working on a free downloadable thing for our social to give to our followers. So I'm gonna start that, but I thought I would come on here and say hello. I just did some time on my treadmill and I was going to record then, but then I was like, this is probably way too loud. But yeah, so this is my office. It's literally our guest room, and actually, this is our guest bed. My husband is actually a carpenter and with like woodworking and all that. So when we decided to make this my office, I was like, we need somewhere for the guest bed, and he made me a Murphy bed. It's a very DIY basic Murphy bed. We have to bring the bed down. It doesn't have like the automatic, which the hardware for that was gonna be like $250, and the wood itself was like maybe $150. So we were like, we're not spending more on the hardware when we don't have guests that often. So all that to say, I call it the blue room. It is literally completely blue, as you can tell. This last year, I think it was around my birthday, we finally painted because we plan on living here for 2 more years. We rent, we do not own. Wish. My landlord was like, yeah, do whatever you want, especially since we signed a 2-year lease. I was like, we're not staying in a white house because this was a new build. We are the first people to live here. But all that to say, I work up here. I used to be downstairs more often and sit at our kitchen table where I was at just a bit ago. But our son is really clingy to me, we realized, and was way more fussy if I was in the room. It actually has made it a lot easier for me just to do work up here, because that also means I just gotta focus and get work done, and then when I'm down there, I'm present. I also feel like as a working mom, my brain is constantly doing 2 things at once of being a mom and working. It does help a lot because I am now more like I'm just doing work. I'm not a mom, and it used to be more like I was doing both at the same time because I used to work out there and he would just like bring our son to me all the time for me to hold him, and he used to, not move as much. And there was a meme, I'll put it like right here, that we used to crack up to because it was literally our relationship. Every day he would just bring our son to me and just be like, you want to hold him for a bit? I love working from home. I love the fact that like, as much as I don't see him a good chunk of the day, honestly, because I'm working, it still isn't as intense as if I were to work outside of the house. And so I value my job a lot because it has given us the life we dream of. Anyway, I'm rambling for way too long. I'm going to work on that download. I'm going to try and finish it before our 11 o'clock meeting. We have an 11 o'clock marketing meeting, and then that has a cutoff at 12, which is crazy because we never cut off at 12. It usually takes until 1 for us to complete those meetings. So I don't know how that's going to go. We always end up talking for way too long about certain metrics and like what we're needing to work on. So that'll be interesting, but we're gonna then have a team meeting until 1, and then I can go have lunch. And then I'm gonna try and wrap up work at 4. That's the goal today.
To be pushed live. So after this meeting, I have started a project. I don't know that we have.
Y'all. All right, we're done. It is now 12:37, so we actually ended the meeting a lot sooner than I thought we would. Also, a sad casualty. I was trying to eat an orange and I dropped it on my walking treadmill and it sucked it up and absolutely tore it into bits. I'm gonna go downstairs and eat because I feel like my brain is just dead. We're making some Greek bowls for lunches. We always pick one thing to have for lunch for work days so that neither of us has to cook, put things together. Usually we do the same for breakfast. I meal prep both, but this week I didn't because we got sick for the 2nd time this month and it was just a lot. I think taking a week off of work during the holidays can sometimes be less helpful because we're so out of routine, but that's also just like the holidays, So anyway, I'm gonna eat and try and like disassociate. Hello, y'all. Okay, I've got my lunch. I've got to figure out what to do with this nasty orange. I had one of these as a snack. They're so good. I'm gonna put my like sad orange in there so I don't forget it. But this is what we're having for lunch. It's the Greek bowl I talked about. I make pickled red onions, cucumber, tomato, a little bit of rice. We make this like yogurt sauce and chicken. It's so good. My husband made the rice while I was in that meeting. It ended up not being ready by the time I went down there. So for the past like 10 minutes, I've been just sitting in or laying in bed because I was just so tired. I haven't been in long-ish meetings in a while. And that meeting ended up being from 10:30 to 12:30, which was only 2 hours. And typically I can have long meeting days that are usually like 4 hours straight of meetings, which isn't too crazy, but it, as an introvert, drains me. So hopefully that wasn't like too gross of like mixing noises. But anyway, I could just tell I was very overstimulated and needed some decompression time. So instead of going and doing some work while I waited, I was like, we're just gonna chill. So yeah, I'm gonna eat this, work on that free download. I'm close to being done. I've like formatted the look of it. I already have everything typed up. If you guys don't know, I'm a social media manager, but I am the sole income earner for our family, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's so fun. It's amazing. I love it. I love working. Yeah. So for anyone who's wondering like, oh, do you wish you were a stay-at-home mom? No. I say that for a lot of reasons. The reason I wouldn't want to be a stay-at-home mom is I love working. I love the productivity. I love the creativity in my job. But predominantly it was also because I literally got paid more. So it just made more sense for me to stay on. And my husband was working out of the house at a luxury cabinetry shop, like custom cabinetry. He enjoyed the job. It just was a lot. And we were like, we're gonna have to pay for a daycare. We didn't want to have to put our son in daycare. And I wanted to stay at my job. So this is like the perfect medium because I also didn't want him to go to a daycare. Nothing against daycares at all. I just personally wanted to be around him if I could, and we could. So we found a daycare and we were really excited about the daycare. It was super great. So I say all that, I'm not against daycares, but I usually try and give my husband a break at least on Mondays and Wednesdays. And usually it's at least like 2 hours of us out of the house. He gets the home to himself and gets to chill because I've learned a lot about listening to other stay-at-home moms talk about just the exhaustion and even having the kids in the house where you can hear them is hard. And so I just was like, I want to get out of the house with him to give you the biggest break you can get. But I didn't want to have to go somewhere because there was nowhere for us to, I usually don't have to run that many errands and I don't want to spend money. So I was like, ooh, the grandparents would love some grandkid time. Get some brownie points. And it's actually been really fun. I really enjoy talking. Obviously love my in-laws. They're amazing people and love my parents. So it's actually really fun. I enjoy chatting, catching up with them. We haven't been doing it as much recently because, well, I've been sick. Sick, kidney stone, who knows. Also work's been absolutely insane and a year is a lot. Anyway, okay, glad we could chat. I'll see you guys in a bit when I finish some work. And we literally will head out in like 40 minutes to go to my parents' house. I'm gonna work there for a few hours and then log off and hang out. So see you guys whenever I next pick up the camera. We are at my parents' house. It's currently 3:30 and we've got all of the nacho fixings sitting in front of me. I'm finishing up some work. I just finished some reel scripts for my boss to look over. Fingers crossed she likes them. And then I'm gonna real quick finish formatting that downloadable that I keep wanting to work on, but needed to reprioritize. So I'm gonna do that as a last thing of the day. And Mark is currently figuring out some insurance stuff. I'll show you guys the nacho stuff. This is the bat. You can see the little dent I've left, but we've got a lot of the fixings out. And then my favorite thing ever is the yellow corn tortilla chips, and the nacho cheese that is basically made of vegetable oil and cornstarch. We've got the carnitas my dad made yesterday. He already has some chorizo and beef over there, and then he got some pre-cooked fajita chicken, and then there's going to be 2 different types of queso in there. I'm going to finish inputting all of the copy that I've written into this document. I've got 3 out of the 10 done, so let's see if I can do this in 30 minutes. Alrighty, y'all, I am finally done. I am so tired. I don't know why I'm so tired from work today, but I am. So I'm done. Now we are just going to relax. I think people are going to be coming in about an hour, around 5. So I am just going to lay down and let my brain just relax and semi-rot. August is sleeping upstairs. My parents actually had the crib from like a hand-me-down crib, and as you can see in the corner, a hand-me-down high chair, and then they have like tons of food for him as well. They're very, very sweet and make it really easy for us to be here. He can go to sleep. My parents are taking a nap. I may take a nap. Who knows? I'm gonna go rest and stop yapping because I'm so tired. I'm probably gonna end the video here because it is late and I'm tired, but I would typically clean the kitchen right now and then read and go to sleep, but our kitchen is pretty much all clean, so I'm going to just go read. So I may just real quick wipe the counters down. We're gonna go to sleep. But okay, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can see more of my content. Again, I'm a new YouTuber, so every subscriber means the absolute world to me. And make sure you like this and comment down below. What are some things that you do in your daily routine? And or are you a working mom? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Are you a mom at all? Maybe you're not. I would love to just hear. It's so fun to hear about y'all's life. I'm so ready to get into pajamas and go to sleep.